Hello everyone, this is the Underdoll, and I wanted to cover this GQ writer Sophia Benoit targeting 1917, and I mean we've seen the attack on white straight males in movies, and I've even seen some rumors going around now, the reverse flash, and this is not confirmed or anything, but the reverse flash is supposedly a woman played by Jessica Chastain in the new Infinite Crisis movie. And because straight white males are just not allowed to be in movies these days. I mean, look at what happened to Star Wars. That was a disgrace. I mean, every time now in the last few years there is an opportunity to have a straight white male, it is deemed as sexist or something like that. So let's read a Bounding into Comics article. GQ writer Sophia Benoit targets 1917. What are the stories about non-white men's lives? The controversies, if you can call them that, surrounding the 2020 Oscar nominations continue. I mean, wasn't there a movie about the suffragettes last year? Nobody is talking about that because no one cared. So that's the exact same time period. But these people don't care about that. This time, GQ writer Sophia Benoit took issue with the World War I film 1917. The film is a World War I drama that follows two British soldiers who are tasked with delivering a message across enemy lines in an attempt to stop an attack that could kill hundreds of soldiers. Benoit specifically took issue with the fact that the film was even made and questioned why this type of war film is being made when she wants movies about not white men's lives. So why do these people have to bitch and moan about stories, historical stories and settings, when they could literally watch anything else? There are so-called woke movies, Charlie's Angels, Terminator: Dark Fate. They didn't go and watch these movies, these so-called the so-called woke movies, because they lost $200 million, and these so-called woke people, they don't pay for that stuff. In a now deleted series of tweets, Benoit wrote, I can look at the tweet itself. I'm not upset that there weren't many women in the movie. 1917, I fucking get that there were not very many women in the trenches. The question is, why does that story keep getting told? World War. This particular World War, where feminists and women used the white feather campaign to shame men if they weren't in the trenches. They gave them white feathers to shame them for not getting killed, basically. This is so disgusting to all the men that sacrificed their health, physical and mental, and also their lives in millions of instances, and this story keeps getting told. Maybe there is a reason for this. Maybe so history doesn't repeat itself. That's why. So let's continue in the article, because these sort of people, they just frustrate me. She added, if you think there weren't fascinating women's only or female dominated spaces in this world with their own stories to be told, you're delusional. Yeah, that movie was called Suffragettes, and to my knowledge, no one actually watched that movie. They didn't watch it because suffragettes were basically terrorists, and it's probably not a good movie, and people weren't just interested. But you can keep claiming that these so-called stories, these female spaces, aren't being told. I mean, Charlie's Angels was just told. You didn't go see it. The people it was made for didn't go and watch it. Folks, I'm not even upset or mad or whatever that 1917 got made. I'm sure it's great. That's outside the question at hand, which is where we are. The stories about not white men's lives and why are they still not getting made. I know the answers. I want more people to ask questions. It's because generally, I'm talking generally, of course, and statistically, the men suffer most in war, in workplace deaths, lose children in divorce more, kill themselves more. There are a lot of topics that hit men much harder than women, statistically in general. This does not invalidate women that suffer, that struggle, but it does pose the question: why is it so bad that you have this story about men sacrificing themselves, and the first thing you do is, where are all the women? So men are dying, women most affected. That's basically what she's saying here. Benoit would not be the only one to vent their frustration. Yeah, of course, because the Oscars so white controversy is still at play here. That the Oscar nomination for the supposed lack of females won in such case. A piece from the New York Times stated Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences largely maintained its traditional point of view, handing out the most nominations to four very male, very white movies. Screen Rant's Kaylee Donaldson wrote on Twitter. Here's the tweet. You can check out the article below. Since the Oscars suck with representation of female filmmakers, here's a list of movies coming out in 2020 directed by women. Yeah, go and support them if they are so awesome. That's just... If you put your money where your mouth is. What started out... This is from Deep Trying. What started out as a diverse pool of candidates is now just another fight between a bunch of white people. I could be talking about the Democratic race or the Oscars. It's universal. And here is UN Women. Why is UN getting involved in Oscar nominations? That's a question you should be answering them. It's an honor to just be nominated. No women director will say at the Oscars once again in 2020. Only 5 women have ever been nominated for the Best Director in the awards history. Maybe you should look into why. Are the movies women are making generally good enough? And there are plenty of women and minorities voting in each of the categories. So are you basically calling them bigoted? Because that's the implication here. So, or the wokest of wokest crowds within US, you could say, are the ones that are basically most bigoted. I mean, that's basically what the woke left is saying about the woke left. The elitists, the socialists, the rich actors and producers of Hollywood. That's basically what they're saying. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.